I'm Jim Schaffner at the Start House Ski Shop in Truckee, California, and I'm going to do a quick overview of the type of assessment I would do when an athlete comes in to help them select the right size boot. So this is how we start. It begins with the foot on a Brannock device, and I'm able to assess the length of the foot, which in this case is a 26.5. I take a quick look at the width of the foot, which for a 26.5 it ends up being a C or medium width foot. And then I take a quick look at the length of the ball of foot, which also measures 26.5, meaning his arch is relative to the length of the end of his foot, which essentially means his toes are a normal length. The next thing I want to look at is how the instep of the foot measures out, because this is the critical piece for volume, and this tells me, more importantly than anything else, how I'm going to hold his heel down and back in the boot. So I measure diagonally at the heel instep perimeter, and in this particular case he also measures 26 in the instep height, so that means the length of his foot and the volume of his foot are fairly well matched. It's going to make this a relatively easy foot to fit. The next thing I'm going to look at, that's probably the most single key element in performance, is trying to figure out how much range of motion he has as an ankle joint. So in a seated semi-weighted position, go ahead and lift the front half of your foot straight up in the air. I just look to see how much space I can get underneath, and when I've got two fingers underneath the fifth metatarsal head, it tells me that he's got a pretty normal range of motion. And once again, with this athlete, I'm going to have an easy time setting him up in the boot just the way it comes out of the box. So those are really the key elements: the length, the width, the ball of foot length, the instep perimeter, and then the last thing I want to do is I'm just going to take a visual to see the shape of his toes, any oddities, bumps that are sticking up that may lead me to do some kind of fit work later. But now we're moving on to shell sizing, and so the next thing I would do, go ahead and stand up, Blair, is set him into the shell, have him move his toe all the way up till it's touching the very front with the toe straight out, and then look down inside to see how much room I've got inside the boot. And in this particular case, I've got about one finger fit from the back of his heel to the back of the shell, and we're good to go. Come on out of there. So I now know that his measured size is going to be the best size for him to start the process in. Jim Schaffner, Start House Ski Shop, Truckee, California. Thank you.